Hi guys, it's Sophia.
Hi, it's Morgan.
And this is It's Thrilling, the second episode of the podcast, which is now everywhere you can get podcasts pretty much.
We're worldwide.
Yes, incredibly so.
I need a rapper to come in and shout it like DJ Khaled.
Oh, like a hype man?
Yeah.
I would like a hype man. First off, I wanted to say, if any of you guys are listening to us on Spotify or on iTunes or YouTube, I guess, leave us a review and rate us, because it actually really helps.
Goodness. All right,
Please do it.
All right, thank you. Enough plugs for the day. We're here to talk about...
That's the beginning of the podcast.
I just want everyone to know I tried to save you from this.
No, please.
But also do what she said.
Do what I say.
So today we're gonna do a news bit. We have a couple of news topics, and then we're gonna talk about our main movies, which is Alien
and Super 8.
So one funny throughway that I noticed about these movies is Alien came out in 1979. Super 8 came out in, I think, 2011, but the movie was set in the summer of 1979. So both movies are about 79 in
Very
its own way.
serendipitous.
And about aliens. So that's our throughway.
Yes, I'm glad that you got that all off your chest in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that everyone's primed and prepared.
So what are we talking about news-wise this week?
Okay, so very interestingly matching up with our choice of films today, the Star Wars trailer dropped at Star Wars Celebration Chicago, I think a week ago, pretty much this time. And people have been freaking out, to say the least.
People, as in people, we just mean Sophia.
No! Everyone on Twitter, everyone on Tumblr, everyone on Instagram.
Is Tumblr even around anymore? I thought that died. R.I.P.
Tumblr is around.
All right.
I have a group of people that are so excited for next year's Star Wars Celebration that they are making a group chat, like a bunch of Star Wars nerds.
All right, well, there's weird people everywhere all over the internet.
Okay?
I'm more excited about the Star Wars land that's opening up in Disney, to be honest, because that's
Galaxy's Edge.
I mean, because that's going to incorporate, like, the old Star Wars universe, which is what I'm more interested in. I'm not a huge fan of the new Star Wars movies. Sophia knows this. It's a point of contention.
I'm a really huge fan of both the old and the new. Even the prequels, I will say, they have their merits at points.
Sure.
They know what they are. They know what they are. That's all I'm going to say.
Just like the new Star Wars movies.
No. Let's not go there.
All right.
So
but we are there because we're talking about this trailer.
The episode 9 trailer came out, and everyone lost their shit when Rey did a backflip over Kylo Ren's TIE silencer. I mean, I guess it's a new ship, and people don't even really know if he's in it. But people have been speculating as to whether she's training, whether he's trying to run her down, whether it's a Force vision. I guess you haven't seen The Last Jedi, so you don't know.
I've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've done my best to block them out. I can't really distinguish them between each other.
That's disheartening to hear.
But, I've seen all of them.
There's just, there's a lot of debate going around, basically, as to what Kylo Ren or Ben Solo's relationship is going to be with Rey. And, I mean, that's been going on forever.
I really hope they get together and have Jedi babies.
Thank you for... I'm literally going to cry. Thank you for saying
That's the only opinion I have on Star Wars.
Oh my god. That's the best thing Suck it, everyone. Morgan... It's canon now. It's canon. Okay, so basically... Thank you for saying that. That really helped me out. Gave me a lot of clarity in my mind.
Okay. All right. So we're all excited for Star Wars. Yes. She did a backflip over the thing, which is cool and exciting, I guess. I mean, the big problem I had with the first new Star Wars movie that came out, I think that was just Return of the Jedi.
Awakens.
The Force Awakens. Oops, see, I tried. Rey overpowered Ben Solo, I think it was. Yeah. And she had absolutely no training in the Force whatsoever. And I don't buy the argument that, the Force was so strong within her and she had so much,
No, that's not my argument. That's not my argument.
I mean, I just can't get over, like, in the other Star Wars movies, like, there's, like, Jedi academies, and, like, Anakin, like, he trains his whole life to be able to do what he does, and Luke had such a hard time, and we saw his struggle with learning how to use the Force. So I just didn't feel like a lot of the things that went on in the first Star Wars movie made sense in the Star Wars universe. I also hated the fact that they just blew up another Death Star. I just thought it was terribly unoriginal, and I haven't been able to get over it.
I can see the merit of that. However, my argument and what I thought of that was that she was kind of, when Kylo went into her mind, she kind of went into his mind, and subconsciously, this has been a theory, like, the way that she uses the lightsaber is very similar to the way he uses it.
I just think it's such a stretch.
So I think
it's just like,
she
but, like,
learns techniques from him.
Look how deep you have to dig to get to that kind of, like, theory.
I don't think it's that deep, because when they were fighting in the throne room, they kind of are, like, two sides of the same coin in The Last Jedi.
I don't know.
They kind of feed off each other, and I think, like, they're the yin and the yang of the universe, and especially with Palpatine's laugh in the new trailer, I think it was probably, like, they're going to, as people have been predicting, like, create a new form of Jedi. People are saying that the Rise of Skywalker, the name, is going to be, yes, Ben Solo, but also they're thinking, like, some people are saying it's going to be a new kind of Jedi, like the Skywalkers. So it's, like, not a Sith and not a Jedi, and I'm not sure how much I buy that theory, but I think it has, like, merit to it.
I don't know. I guess we'll see when it comes out. I just thought the trailer was, it was good. It was what I expected.
It was really
wasn't,
well
like,
shot and put together, and apparently John Williams scored it, which is, I think, like, they don't really do that, like, for trailers, music, like...
That's interesting.
Yeah, like, he personally scored that trailer, and at the end of the trailer, it was Kylo Ren's theme, but in a major. So, like, his is da da da, but, like, this theme was like, ba, like, I don't know, it sounded, like, triumphant, and so I think it's really telling as to what's going to happen to the character in the movie.
All right, I'll buy that.
All right, and if anyone wants to look up more stuff on Star Wars, there is a ginormous Reddit thread with spoilers on it.
You have, like, so many plugs today.
If you leave
a comment. I thought you were going to be like, if anyone wants to talk more Star Wars, leave a comment on the podcast.
You could do that too. So our next story, speaking of spoilers, is major spoilers for Endgame was leaked a week before the release of the movie, which is going to be on the 26th, so I think it's Friday. And basically it's just, like, huge chunks of the movie were being released to the public and just spammed on the internet and on threads and stuff like that. So what would you say, like, I don't know, to help people out in this trying time?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm so not on Twitter, and I don't really keep up with, like, the new hot goss,
I guess
to be honest. So
you got to get on it. You're on a podcast now, Morgan.
Unfortunately, I live under a rock, so I didn't know any of this happened. But I will say that this happened with Breaking Dawn. every episode we're going to talk about Twilight. And so
what?
So, no, it's true. I feel like...
Did no one read the book?
I'm talking about, like, the movie itself. Like, not to say, like...
It actually happened to... Stephanie, like, an entire book that she was writing got released. Do you remember the Edward point of view?
I read it.
You did? I didn't. I was like, I'm not going to do that for Stephanie.
After she decided she wasn't going to write the whole book because it got released, I was like, well, at this point, it's out there, and I just want to know. It was, like, not great. But neither were any of the Twilight books.
Whoa.
So
they were as good. They also knew what they were.
Better
than 50 Shades of Grey, I assume.
I haven't read 50 Shades of Grey, so I'm going to say they're on the same level, though. Just by no stretch of imagination.
Notch above.
Okay.
A notch above.
Well, this is a little off course, but sad. Spoilers are sad. I don't know.
I would say it's not surprising to me, but it's really disheartening to me that they got released. If anyone is trying to stay away from spoilers, I would say make sure to stay off of any Marvel-related topics, because people are probably going to be in the comments, and definitely stay off of Reddit, because it's been all over Reddit. And don't believe what you read on Reddit, because some people do not know what they're talking about. So, next story.
How dare you discredit Reddit?
There's some really good Star Wars leaks,
rhyme.
but horrible, horrible Marvel leaks that are not at all factual. Very far-fetched. Okay, continue. What's the next story?
So before we move on to our movies that we're going to talk about, I just wanted to have a moment of appreciation for all the new stuff that's been coming out in both film and television. Game of Thrones started back up again.
Yes.
Episode 2 is coming out.
Been seeing all the Bran Stark memes.
I'm in it for the memes at this point, really, because the Game of Thrones, I think the best season was season 6.
Okay.
And the Battle of the Bastards was when Game of Thrones peaked, and then after that was when they stopped using George R.R. Martin's source material. And I know that he told the producers what was going to happen. Okay. But, that was the point where the show eclipsed the books. Yeah. And I feel like I could really tell a big difference in season 7 and beyond. So, I don't know.
I can't believe it's only been on for 8 seasons. It feels like it's been, on for 12, you know? Because it's so popular with people. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I've been following the show since I think I started watching when the 2nd season was on TV. So, it's been quite a journey. So Game of Thrones, and then of course, I just feel like it's a good time to be a nerd in general, because you got a new Lord of the Rings TV show coming out on Amazon. We got new Star Wars movies coming out, even though I hate them. And Star Wars series. The Mandalorian is coming out on Disney Plus. Sabrina came out. Sabrina season 2, which we both liked, right? Yep. I really, really liked the direction that it's being taken in. Even though it's just Supernatural 2.0. You know what? I like it a lot better. You are completely correct. It's ripping off so many other TV shows. What did I say in my text? It was like literally season 2 was exactly the same arc as Supernatural, which was they're trying to capture Lucifer. And Sam is Sabrina, as he was the chosen one, but he's trying to resist the devil. Yeah. Then finally somebody sacrifices himself to have you know what? This probably isn't interesting for other people. Spoiler alert for people. I forgot. I shouldn't be spoiling all of Sabrina, but if you've seen Supernatural, have no fear. You know what's going to happen on Sabrina. It's much better than Riverdale, let me just say. I really, really like Sabrina. I could not do Riverdale. I'm just not the right demographic. I listened to a podcast that talks, does an overview of every Riverdale episode, and that's as much as I can do. I love it so much. I mean, that's even a lot. It's so funny. Yeah. I really liked the character of Nick Scratch in this season. I thought he was going to be a real bastard, but I ended up liking him a lot. Oh, you know what he pulled is in Stranger Things? He was in Stranger Things? No, but his character arc, Nick Scratch, is a lot like the character of Steve. Oh my god. And let me just tell you, I love Steve. Can't wait. Can't wait for July, because guess what's coming out? You think Steve is a bad boy, but then he ends up being a good guy and everybody's favorite. That's kind of what happens with Nick Scratch. Steve. Okay, so moving on. Next show, Umbrella Academy. I want Morgan to watch it. It's really good. Klaus is amazing. Know anything about Umbrella Academy? It's really good. I got that part. Gerard Way, who was the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, wrote this comic. He's a really good comic writer. We're starting off strong. He wrote this comic, and it's a really good comic. Middle school Morgan is stoked. Now time for me is still stoked. Okay. They made it into a TV show. It's really good. Never read the comic, but I've read his other comics, and he's really talented. So I would suggest anyone that's interested in Gerard Way to watch it. Umbrella Academy people spam social media. They so do. I don't think it's actually them. I think it's a social media manager or their intern who has access to the account is commenting Umbrella Academy on everything. Really? Where? Yeah, just I don't know, on the internet. Instagram. From my time on the World Wide Web. Interesting.
So good for them with their marketing department.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Even though with all of that spamming, I still didn't know what your show was about.
It's good. But Ellen Page is in it. So there you go.
Yeah, middle school Morgan again. Page. Super stoked.
Queen of Juno. Of Juno fame.
What a movie. All right.
Anything else you wanted to talk about before we move into...
No.
All right.
I'm ready to talk aliens.
All right.
Especially because I believe in aliens, for
Me too.
sure.
I mean, who should... If you don't believe in aliens... But not only
do I believe in aliens, I believe...
What?
No, I was going to say... I half believe this and half don't. So I feel like if I say it, I just have watched UFO documentaries, and I feel see, I can't
continue. You gotta continue.
I'm done. This is a different kind of no, I'm not ashamed to say. I think aliens are for sure real. I don't think they have for sure come to Earth, but I think it's possible they have. Do I think they're still on Earth? No.
I agree with you.
Do I think our politicians are lizard people? Also no.
Yeah, I agree with you there too.
Just so we get where I am on the conspiracy theory spectrum.
I don't think that's so much a conspiracy theory as just fact that we haven't found out yet. Aliens have to be real. I'm sorry.
Steve Hawking's on my side. I don't know if he's on my side about aliens having already come to Earth, but I know he's a believer in aliens as a greater concept, and he's a lot smarter than me.
I always think aliens are such a challenging concept to touch on, because it's are they like us? Are they completely different than us? Who knows? Are they literal predators that eat us? You don't know.
I mean, usually aliens, at least in Hollywood, are hostile, but we get some. Anyways, do we want to talk about Super 8 or Alien first?
Let's do Super 8 first, just because I want to talk more about Alien after, so we can
really see. I was feeling I want to quickly get through Alien to talk about Super 8.
Oh,
but no, we can talk about.
Okay.
No, let's talk about Super 8 first. Okay, I'm cool with that.
That's so interesting, because I chose Super 8 actually, and Morgan chose Alien.
Yeah.
So this is very interesting. Super 8 was made in 2011. It's directed by J.J. Abrams. And the DOP was Larry Fong.
And
I looked that
written
up.
by J.J. Abrams.
Yes, as well. And
which you can totally tell, by the way, because this movie was just
100%.
It's
his childhood.
Yeah,
it's completely his childhood.
Exactly.
The moment I rewatched it, I was just like, oh, this is just J.J. Abrams.
What a better way to recreate your childhood. I mean, because I know J.J. Abrams really looked up to Spielberg, and then he had Spielberg produce his childhood.
Yeah. What the best way to work with your hero.
And seeing Spielberg with any ensemble kids cast just makes my heart so very, very happy. A la Goonies or any other Spielberg kids movie.
So I really,
obviously another example, but
I really, really appreciated how him and JJ just do something with kids that is just something really interesting, where they're realistic and they act like just normal kids.
Yeah, because they curse constantly, which 13-year-olds definitely do.
And they have real emotions, but are still they don't understand how to completely handle them, and I think it's done really well and less melodramatic than other directors would possibly write it.
And a big throughway, I think, in particular, I was thinking about this a lot with the movies that Spielberg does with kids, is and J.J. Abrams too, is they're so sympathetic to kids and the play being a kid and teenagers, and with all of those movies, you constantly see the kids are the ones that are misunderstood, and the adults just don't get it.
Yeah.
They're always kind of adults are always kind of villainous, and the kids always have to be hiding their plans from their parents because they're always afraid that the parents are going to mess things up. And it's no mistake that in Super 8, the kids, I don't know, what was the main kid's name? Joe, he was the one who was finally able to connect with the alien, and they had that moment, and the kid was like, I understand you, and the alien and the kid had that moment. So, in a big way, I think all these movies are about how kids are being misunderstood by adults, and how adults have just gotten away so far from their childhood that they're not even these fun people anymore. And I had such a fear as a kid that I would grow up and turn into one of those adults. Like, and still to this day, in some ways, now that I get older, I realize, like, no, now that I'm an adult, it doesn't mean I have to be lame. But I just had this fear from watching all these movies growing up and idolizing them so much that, oh my God, am I going to become, like, this lame, villainous person who doesn't get it when I get older? But I love it. Like, I'm a huge fan of all of these movies, obviously, and watching Super 8, we both hadn't seen it since 2011.
Yeah, I watched it on my birthday when it came out in theaters.
I saw it in theaters too, and I'm glad that you chose this movie, because I probably wouldn't have gone back and watched Super 8 on my own. And I'm so glad I did, because I loved it so much. I love the pyromaniac kid, Kevin.
Me too.
With the braces.
Oh my God.
He's
Do you know what?
Funny.
He was in American Horror Story Murder House, and I didn't realize that until I rewatched it. And I loved him in Super 8, and I didn't realize that he was literally in another show that I really liked. I think that's so crazy that I don't know, it's so weird to see actors
for all those kid actors.
Yeah, they're all great. I mean, well, we know what Elle Fanning is doing. She's, like, out here being, like, thebomb.com, like, getting all the jobs.
I don't know what she does anymore. I mean, which is
well, she's going to be in Maleficent 2 soon, I guess.
That's cool. So. I mean, what's funny is, like, I kind of grew up more with Dakota Fanning. And then Elle Fanning is, I feel like, you're a little bit younger than me, so maybe you grew up more.
Dakota Fanning was Coraline, so I think, like, I was still on the same, like, track as you.
I just remember, like, idolizing her a lot, like, when I was in middle school and high school, but more like middle school. I always thought she was, like, so cool.
She was also in Twilight.
Yeah, she was. She was. Well, every episode we're going to find a way to bring it back. But I also thought it was really funny that I don't remember the characters' names. I think his name was Donnie, but he was one of the minor characters. But he was the guy from the video store, the teenager who had the hots for one of the kid's sisters. And he got, like, super high during, like, basically the alien invasion. And he's just, like, it was just so funny. I don't know.
I just thought this is what I wrote about
movie.
that. I said, that's not how marijuana works, ? Because he fell asleep, like, I don't know, like, how it was working was so interesting, because that is not my experience.
It was definitely a kid's idea of what being stoned would be.
Has J.J. Abrams ever took a hit of weed in his life? Like, I need to know when he was writing.
I feel like he has, for sure.
Okay, so
he came to a Q&A in one of my classes.
Oh, really?
I told you this. It was my last college class ever. J.J. Abrams was the guest speaker. And somebody asked him a question about, I think, Star Wars, or, like, what happens, or about Rey, or something, like, really obvious, like, everybody wanted to know. And he just responded, he's like, I'm not going to tell you that, you freaking idiot. He's like, next. Don't even fuck with me.
He knows what's up. They all know how to deflect that stuff. So, okay, so here are some things I really liked about the movie was that Joe and his dad's journey really, like, paralleled each other. Like, they were kind of, like, foils for each other. His dad was taking a different kind of approach to Joe's more, I would say, like, empathetic or, like babyish kind of a, like he's so sad all the time. And his
You're talking about Joe and the dad, how they were coping with the death of
and I think, like, that
the
was
mother/wife.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, that was more of a, like, I think that was the main point of the movie, is to make sure that they get to understanding each other through that, I guess, the weird alien thing.
Same with E.T.
Yes. And then I really liked
coping with the loss of a parent. Elliot was coping with the loss of his father. That's
true. I really liked how they were making a movie that followed what the real movie was doing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty parallel to the regular movie.
Oh, so in this movie, if you haven't seen Super 8, all the kids are, like, making this zombie movie. Like, they're running around town making a zombie movie, and in the process of making this movie, they uncover an alien, basically. A conspiracy to
entrap and experiment on an alien.
Yeah, so
who then becomes embittered and vicious and escapes and starts to exact his revenge and blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 typical alien stuff, has a happy ending.
But does it, though? Because so many people die. And I'm like, where are the consequences for this alien? I'm like, he is still viciously killing people, so I'm not sure why that's super, like, forgiven at the end.
Because I think it's like the King Kong effect, you know?
I don't understand why people forgave King Kong either.
Well, I think that pretty much tells you everything
But
you
the
need to
alien
know
is
then.
intelligent. Like, he is hyper intelligent. He knows how to build this ship, but yet he's eating people just for funsies.
Well, I think he just has to live.
Anyway.
I think it's like, do tigers want to eat zebras? Maybe. But they also have to live.
Anyway. There's a lot of...
Oh my god, did I say tigers? I definitely meant lions.
Oh.
Right?
Do lions eat people?
No, I'm talking about lions and zebras. Lions eat zebras.
Oh,
Tigers do not eat zebras,
Yeah.
right? I
don't think they're in the same area in general.
What I'm saying.
I think that tigers are like in India.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm correcting
in
the fact that I said something really stupid.
In terms of cinematography, it was very interesting. In terms of, I think it was well done. Like,
what
the color palette
about?
Was really well done and I liked the saturation and how they made it look like. I don't know if they shot on film, but it seemed like really, I don't know, like...
It did have a filmy kind of feel.
Yeah.
It was definitely looked like
really
an older
nice
movie.
and nostalgic, and I appreciated that. However,
it was
what
probably
JJ
just the
was
way
doing,
the film was color corrected.
What JJ was doing was so annoying. He put so much lens flare.
But he talks... This movie was made a little bit... Not early in his career, but when he was going through his lens flare phase... And he talked about how he was
meant
a
to
little
warn
heavy
about
on
the
it.
alien. I think
I'm a
is
fan
what
of the
I
lens
think.
flare. I'm not a hater. I love lens flares. I'm
I
not
did
gonna
not
lie.
like it. And then he used so much pan tilt and rack focus in this. Like, every single shot was like pan tilt, like rack focus.
I don't know. I
was
didn't
like,
feel,
oh my god. It took me away from the movie.
Interesting.
It's just
I don't know.
It's something that I personally noticed about it. It didn't, like, detract from the story of the movie for me, but I could tell that it was early on in his filmmaking career when he made the movie. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So, let's see. I really liked the line, "No one likes coffee," because I agree. I said, "True, bitch. No one likes coffee." I forget who said that, but it was a great line. I think it was the Pyromaniac kid. It was great. I really liked their process of amateur movie making. I thought that was really fun to look at.
It definitely, I've spent a lot of time on kind of little film sets and student film sets, and there was just some moments that were really funny and cute. Like when they're like, oh my god, the train is coming. Hurry up,
production value is going to be off the charts.
But it's funny because it's true. Like so many student film sets I'll be on is like a mad dash to do something in this tiny limited window of opportunity, especially when you're trying to shoot a sunset or anything like golden hour. Yeah. And you just don't know what you're doing, so everything takes so long, and it's just such a shit show.
It was so cute to watch their movie at the end.
It was cute.
On the credits.
It was a cute movie. I think it was a fun little homage to Spielberg and the 70s and being a kid. I don't think it's gonna... And I feel like Super 8 has been largely forgotten about.
Completely. And I don't know why. I think
it deserves more recognition than it got, but I don't think it deserves
I don't think it deserves critical or awards
cult,
and stuff.
I don't think it's going to be a cult classic by any means. I don't think it's strong enough.
It really impacted me when I watched it. That's what I would say. And I think people overlooked it.
I would love to have made that movie. Me, myself.
Yeah, I agree.
I would have loved to do that type of film.
I thought it was a really sweet movie.
Yeah.
And I thought it had a good message, and I liked it. So, anything else you wanted to add before we move on to Alien?
I think my favorite line of the movie was, "Can I get another order of fries here because my friend is fat?" I just think it was just so funny. How savage the kids were to each other.
They were so savage.
And it's so relevant because I was that savage to my friends when I was 12 and 13. We were just freaking zippy and mean and funny and... anyways, that's it. I just want to say that line. So now we can talk about Alien.
All right. So, Alien, directed by Ridley Scott. The DOP was Derek Vanlint, and the cinematography, you could tell, was just off the charts. I really liked it. That was the first thing I noticed, especially in the beginning scene where it was showing you the ship.
Kubrick-y to me.
Yes, it did. And I really loved how the set design was. I thought it was incredible. They must have worked like together really well. Before we get into complete talks, because I just need to say this, a fun little tidbit about me. My dad was going to name me Ripley. My parents were talking about like naming me Ripley after the movie, like Alien. Yeah. Wow. They decided not legacy. To. But
I could see you as a Ripley.
Really glad they didn't. Really glad they didn't.
I can definitely see you as a Ripley. I kind of want to...
Oh my god.
That's like your alter ego
call me
now.
Ripley.
Yeah. Whenever you're being sassy and mean, which is actually often, I'm just going to call you Ripley.
Oh my god.
So this movie won a couple Academy Awards, I think. Otherwise, it was a freaking long movie. I have never seen an Alien start to finish before until I watched it for this podcast.
I don't know if I have either.
I'm very familiar with Alien and pop culture since. I've seen scenes of it. It's like, you know, if you don't live under a rock, you kind of know what it's about a little bit.
I think I've seen, like, the sequels of Alien, but never fully Alien.
Yeah, I saw
the one with, like, the kid in it. I don't know if it was Ripley's kid or what.
Oh my god, I don't know. There's so many, like, spin-offs that I've also seen. I can't remember their names right now. But I just was not prepared, and I don't even know why. This is going to sound so stupid when I say it. But I was not prepared for how gross Alien was. Which
really?
I so should have. Oh my god, like, aliens exploding out bodies and the Ash turning into a robot. It was just freaking disgusting. What do you mean?
I don't know. It didn't affect me that way.
I am, like, very, like, sensitive to that kind of stuff, though. Like, any type of blood or guts. Oh god, no.
Do you think the movie was scary? Because I didn't find it scary.
I
really liked the movie, but I didn't think
scary.
It was scary.
I just thought parts of it were gross. And then, you know, like I have a hard time like the scene when the alien pops out of the body.
Really?
Like I could not just like watch that. I had to like look away. It was just so gross.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, but it definitely was suspenseful toward the end. I thought the beginning was. It reminded me of that old. I mean, it was made in 1979.
They had to do some world building, so
they did and I like that. But it's just interesting that. You could totally tell that it was a movie from the 70s and the way it was shot and the pacing. Yeah. And it's not a good or a bad thing. I'm just commenting on it.
I actually enjoyed the flow of this movie quite a bit.
Well, I was thinking if this movie was made now, everything
would have been much quicker.
Yeah, it would have been so much quicker, and they just don't make those kind of suspenseful, like really slow building movies. And it's not even obvious that Ripley, who is played by Sigourney Weaver,
is the hero.
Yeah, I feel like if it were a modern movie, it would have been a little bit more obvious, or she would have had more moments. But you really don't know that she's going to be the survivor of this incident until kind of like the last, I'd say, 20% of the movie.
Yeah. So, some comments on Sigourney Weaver. She looks real good in this movie, let me just say.
Is it Sigourney?
Yeah.
I always say names wrong perpetually.
Don't worry, I do too. It's a very weird name to pronounce.
I just never hear it said out loud, I guess. I always read it.
She was in Avatar too, right? She was... I believe she was in Avatar, and she died. She was the professor. And she's also in Finding Dory. She's the voice of the aquarium. It's very nice.
Oh.
A little tidbit.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I can tell. Now that you said that, I wouldn't have known that if you hadn't. But she was great in this movie.
I thought she was a really good
breakout
character.
her role?
I think it was her breakout role. Okay. I mean, it must have been. It was like
she was so young.
It was the late 70s. I mean, yeah. I think everyone did really well with their role, and I thought with every character, I believe that they would do and act the way they were written. It was a very believable story for me. And it put me in the mindset
it really did seem
the
like
world.
Yeah, like if you were on that spaceship, because sometimes in disaster movies or you know any type of movie where like there's only going to be a couple of survivors, like you wonder, is this how I would act or how this person would act in this scenario? And I do feel like it was a very believable. Like there was the one person who was like literally just freaking panicking.
Yeah.
It was
my god, that girl was so
she's
annoying.
Let's draw straws, and whoever draws a straw dies, and we all go off of the escape pod without them. Like
so annoying.
All right, cool. That's a great plan.
I have so many questions about this movie. Like the people in this movie are annoying. Like Ash, I understood his character
he was a robot
from the beginning. I was like, why is he so cold towards these people? And I was just trying to figure it out the entire time. I was like, something is wrong with him. Especially when he opened up the airlock against direct orders. I never would have done that if I was him. And so as soon as Ripley was like, oh, it's a warning, and he said, well, they're already gonna discover if it's a warning or not. I was like, oh my god, he's the bad guy. Like he's the worst one. The alien's not even the bad guy. It's him. It's all him. Dude. He's the inciting incident.
How did you see? I think I was not surprised when she gets on the escape pod and then the alien is on the escape pod with her. I wasn't either.
It was so close to the end of the movie though. Like I was looking at the time bar and I was like, I know the alien has to come back, but it's like weird that she's escaped and there's like
so
this
I guess
much time
when
left.
she was
How's
hiding,
she gonna solve it?
Yeah, when she was hiding from the alien actually went and burrowed itself into the escape pod.
Yeah, it's so clever, and I'm just like, how is it that
I cannot
clever?
believe the cat lived.
Dude, I cannot believe they even let a cat onto the spaceship.
Oh, I for sure would love to have a cat if I was on a spaceship.
But it doesn't make sense to me why it's necessary for their job.
I think it was like added another layer of suspense for animal lovers everywhere.
Yes.
Because you're always like, oh my god, does the cat die? And then you think the cat dies, but then she picks it up in the carrier because she drops the cat, remember, when she sees the alien?
This girl needs to stop it with getting the cat. Like, the cat is not important. Work on the ship.
Really? See, I for sure would have, like, tried to go back for the cat. Because I was thinking about, like, what if, like, you know, I cared about that cat the way I care for my pet. And I for sure, like, would have gone back for my pet.
I just am always thinking, like, the benefit of me versus the benefit of all of them would have been she left the cat and kept working on the ship so that the other two people would have been able to gather all of the stuff quickly and coming down.
I don't think her getting the cat had anything to do with the other people dying.
It didn't, but it adds another layer of another deadline that you have to find, and then
I love it.
And I'm just like, she is supposed to be the woman with the strong head on her shoulders.
I think if you
who
have
knows where
the
she's
time and you
but
realize,
they didn't.
Yeah, she did. She prepped the.
She was rushing so much when the alarm went off that she like had no time because she didn't set up the ship to go.
All I'm saying is, the cat lived. I'm happy the cat lived. I agree with the cat decisions made throughout the film. The cat and Ripley live. I think that's important to know.
I'm really glad that both of them live. In the end, I think it's great. But if she had died because of the cat, I think that's just ridiculous. So
I'm gonna die with my dog. I think this conversation has taught me that in case, and I for sure would, because I've also thought about this. Like, you know, if there was like zombies, you know, that came back, like The Walking Dead, like Chewie would for sure bark at a zombie and like attract them to like my apartment, and then I'd be swarmed by zombies. Well, I would try to muzzle them too, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, I probably would sooner like get myself killed because of my dog. I think I'd be like
Michonne and like have a zombie like in front of me, like protecting me. Kinda.
Oh god, you are so creepy and weird. That would be you, actually. I think I would be Andrea, who is just perfectly normal and stuck with Michonne to also survive.
Okay, so some things I wanted to say. When Ripley is setting off the 10-second alarm.
10-minute.
The 10-minute alarm, excusez-moi. She is walking so freaking slow.
What do you mean? No, she wasn't.
Like, literally walking like creeping because she doesn't want to.
There's an alien!
Yes, but she's like down to like 2 minutes and she's on the line. Like, I would be running so fast because if I could run faster than that alien.
Die.
No.
You cannot outrun the alien.
How do you know? You never saw the alien run. Okay. You never saw it run.
You are not faster than an alien, number one.
How do you know? Maybe I'm as fast as a cheetah.
I would rather explode in the ship than be died by being ripped apart by an alien. So if we're choosing a death method,
are equal.
No, I'd much rather be blasted and explode into space and ripped alive by an alien, for sure. The fear factor...
She had a gun, too. It's not like she couldn't shoot the alien.
She was not... She could not take on the alien. She had to...
I could take on the alien, and I am 5 feet tall.
She had to creep, because if she ran, it would have attracted the alien, and you have to, like, peek around the corner.
But the alien was already burrowed in the thing anyway.
Well, she didn't know that.
Yeah, but, like...
Okay.
You gotta take risks.
If you were in a war zone, Sophia, you would be dead
I wouldn't,
so fast.
because I would desert immediately to preserve myself.
Okay. I just want America to know that I would take my time and approach it tactically and survive and maybe save some people or cats.
I would just go all out.
I think we've learned a lot. Like, I would take my time, I'd save as many people and creatures as I could, and you would just run the fuck out of there.
Yeah, so everything for me is just self-preservation, and if you're not on the same ship, like, then... You're gonna get left behind.
You would leave me. You take this shuttle pod.
If you were a liability, then yes. If you were that girl that's always complaining, the one girl that was crying all the time, I'd be like, no.
I would for sure wait in the shuttle pod.
You would be the guy that was with her.
You'd
be the guy with the bandana, and you'd be like, "Where's my raise?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, where's your raise?"
I would for sure love to be, like, a group leader in any type of apocalyptic scenario.
I think I have good leadership skills, but I would just be very self-centered and self-serving.
That's a horrible leader. You would be the worst possible... This podcast has just turned into an argument about how we would be if the world were ending. And I think everybody who's listening to this podcast knows
that I would be a good person to follow because I am a rat and I know how to rise up.
No, I think everybody has learned that I would be the one to follow because Sophia will fuck you in the ass.
Oh, here's one question. I need to know this. What do you think they wanted to know? Like, what do you think they wanted the alien? Like the scientists who sent Ash.
They said it in the movie at some point. They're like, they want as a weapon.
Research.
Yeah, they wanted to weaponize it.
Theory.
Oh, well, it could have been just her theory, but it's the only thing that's offered in the movie.
Ash would have even survived? Like, would they just have... So, basically, this mission was just a
robot.
Suicide mission.
It didn't care if it survived.
No, but I mean, how would it get delivered without being steered? Like, was the ship on autopilot? I don't understand. Yeah. What would the government do when the alien arrived?
The ship was on autopilot because they were... woken up, like they were in those sleeping pods, remember?
What do you think the people are gonna do when the ship opens and they have to search for they're gonna die as well? Like,
I don't think they thought that through, and eventually wherever they land, they have enough people to go through to eventually catch it.
But who knows, because all of these sequels... Apparently.
All right, we're only keeping our argument within the realm that this 1979 alien movie creates. We're not talking about anything that comes after.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put that in the canon. I think this is its own.
I think any movie that Sigourney Weaver is in the Alien franchise is canon.
Is part of. Is she?
Yeah, she's in a couple.
See, I don't even know. I haven't seen. I guess
I think she has a daughter. I'm pretty sure she has a daughter. And then in one of the movies, she dies. Not her daughter.
No. Wait, I don't care about that. No, I'm like, no, her daughter.
Really? Her daughter died?
No. I was just thinking about a scene where this person gives birth to an alien and, like, an alien is exploding out of their stomach. That's what I was thinking of, and that's why I said that. No.
That was a good scene. I thought that was very interesting.
I'm gonna vomit.
So, for Super 8, what would you put that on your scale of movies? Like, Redbox or not?
Yeah, for sure, Redbox stamp of approval. Even Amazon Prime.
Oh.
But definitely not, like, Apple TV. Well, actually,
Would you purchase it for $3.99?
Would I purchase Super 8 for $3.99? Oh, man. If I hadn't seen it before and I was high and I needed a movie to watch that night, yes. But, like, would I do it now that I've seen it twice? No.
Okay. What I would rate Super 8 is, I would say, a 7. I would give it a solid 7. I think it's very nostalgic, and I think maybe, like, I'm a little bit tainted because of how much I liked it the first time I watched it. But I think, it's not, like, it's not like a critically award.
It's
like,
a great,
movie,
entertaining,
but, yeah.
fun, enjoyable movie to watch.
And yeah,
not
I really
every
liked
movie
it.
has to be Best Picture.
So,
And this is a great movie.
For Alien, what would you rate Alien?
I think I like the movie, but it's not like my favorite movie because it was just slow for me.
I would give it a 7.5. Really liked Alien.
I mean, I love it
thought
from
it worked really well.
Like a historical and like just like, you know, the movie is a huge. I mean, it's a huge part of pop culture.
I thought the script was really tight. I liked the characters. I liked the plot. I thought the timing of it worked really well, and I think it works really good as a horror movie and as a regular film. I thought it worked
Like if I
nicely.
Netflix and chilled during this movie, I never would have.
You wouldn't be able to.
I never would have finished
the
it.
thing coming out of the stomach would have been
gross. But I don't even think I would have made it to that point. I think I would have watched like 20 minutes of it and the movie would have been turned off.
See, I thought the world building was so intriguing, so that's why I liked it.
I liked it. It's like I feel bad like not loving it.
No, don't feel bad for not liking it.
I do like it. No, I do like it. I do like the movie. I just don't like. I just didn't find it it was just a slow build up for me. That's all.
So now that it's the end, what would you have to say about aliens in general, based on the aliens that you have viewed in these two movies?
Based off all the aliens I've met, and the aliens that abducted me last week and took me onto their spaceship. They probed me a little bit,
so
but everything
that's why
else
you think aliens are real.
Everything else went perfectly fine other than the probing. So, yeah, I give my aliens, aliens, not my aliens, obviously, a seal of approval.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of alien movies and my alien friends.
Can't wait to watch more alien movies in the future. Really would love to meet them someday. Except for, the Alien and the Alien and Super 8. They really just
So basically, we
really
want to
badly.
meet aliens, but none of the ones on these movies that we watch.
Yeah, I would like to meet, like, Alf. Or someone
what was that
that's
one
nice.
Disney Channel movie forever ago where the aliens were like sparkle dust?
Xenon?
Yes! Oh my god, what a flashback.
I know Xenon. All right.
Xenon, the teenage space girl. Remember she gets all
Yes.
upset and she like storms like off the spaceship and like oh man.
That's some deep cuts for everyone. Xenon. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Like and comment, subscribe, bye!
Yes.